You're watching the ZNS Network, the People's Station.
Coming up in the news, the country's tourism and security is being elevated through amendments to the immigration bill. We'll tell you all about it. Plus, Grand Bahama emerging as the leader of renewable energy in the country. And the jury selection underway for Abaco MP Kirk Cornish. The Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition starts now.
This is the Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Good evening and welcome to the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you so much for tuning in. Topping the news tonight, plans to revolutionize visitor experiences while strengthening national security and economic growth was at the forefront of the Immigration Amendment Bill. Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, and the Minister of Immigration, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, both outlining a strategic shift from paper-based to digital entry processes. Our Aja Quant has the details on this bill in tonight's top story.
It represents not just a step forward, but a leap into the future in the management of our national borders.
The introduction of the digital immigration card accessible through an online platform or mobile application, according to Minister of Immigration, the Honorable Alfred Sayers, promises faster processing times, marking a significant leap toward modernizing visitor interactions with the country's entry procedures.
The Immigration Amendment Bill 2024 aims to leverage modern technology to streamline and enhance our immigration procedure, to revolutionize the way travelers interact with the immigration system, make the process faster, more accurate, and ultimately more welcoming to the visitors from around the globe.
Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, also delivering his contribution. He says that the transition from paper-based immigration cards to a digital platform is a move aimed at streamlining entry processes for visitors.
Digital submissions allows for real-time data capture, as you've heard, which is more accurate and less prone to the errors often associated with manual data entry. This digitization will also dramatically reduce costs involved with the purchasing of the cards, as well as the scanning of the cards, which invariably cost the government of the Bahamas hundreds of thousands of dollars each year.
The Deputy Prime Minister also emphasizing the broader implications of this digital transformation, extending beyond immigration to include innovative approaches in visitor surveys, smart city initiatives, and digital payment systems.
The success of the digital immigration card opens the possibility for digital transformation across other areas of visitors' interaction, such as digital permits, personalized recommendations, targeted promotions, and ticketing for attractions, as well as hopefully improving the overall spend of tourists when they arrive. This will be another big win, a big win for Bahamian vendors.
He says that the government will guarantee sufficient notification and implement a brief period during which both the physical card and the e-card will be accepted concurrently until the system is tried and tested. For the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, I'm Aja Quant.
Thanks, Aja. Well, in other news, the travel advisory on Carnival cruise ships have been discontinued. This, according to Deputy Prime Minister, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper in the House of Assembly this morning. This follows a viral video in March where a cruise ship passenger on Grand Bahama expressed concerns about the cruise ship's advisory about Grand Bahama Island.
We have been in active engagement with cruise partners so that they will adjust their advisories, and we are making steady progress. You've heard me speak to the social media videos of the complaints by a guest in Freeport, and I've indicated here that this was not something we endorsed. We took it up with the executives of Carnival Cruise Lines, and I have been reliably advised that they have already discontinued these sensationalized advisories that they have been using, particularly in Freeport And this is significant progress on this front, because this has been going on for many years, Mr. Deputy.
Now, you may recall that Carnival executives' response at the time noted that as standard information in their Fun Times publication, the ship references the U.S. State Department advisories. Well, switching gears now, the first of two planned solar farms is complete. Today marks the culmination of a significant $15 million investment as Grand Bahama Island emerges as a frontrunner in renewable energy within the Bahamas. The details in this report. The completion of Lucaya Solar Power Limited Farm is being celebrated as the dawn of a new era for energy in the Bahamas. The commissioning ceremony marks an important step in meeting the country's green mandate to move towards 30% renewable energy by 2030. President of LSP, Jorge Marquez, and President of Inti Corporation, Owen Bethel, expressing joy about the project's completion.
We know by fact that other projects are going to come here in Freeport. Also, we know the government is encouraging to do the same thing at the Family Islands and New Providence.
The energy produced here will not only power homes and businesses, but it will also power economic growth and provide a cleaner, more sustainable environment for future generations.
Not only does the solar panel promise environmental and economic advantages, but it also brings tangible benefits to consumers.
At GBPC, we firmly believe the benefits of renewable energy should be accessible to all, not just the privileged few. Our commitment to sustainability extends beyond mere rhetoric.
President of the Grand Bahama Port Authority, Ian Roll, highlighting the significance of the regulatory framework introduced in 2012 by the GBPA.
It set the stage for today and for future initiatives by ensuring a consistent regulatory environment that supports sustainable development.
The Honorable JoBeth Kobe Davis, Minister of Energy and Transport, sharing the pressing reality of climate change as a crisis for the country. In light of this, she highlights the critical importance of transitioning to cleaner energy sources.
The Fairfield site will provide 6 megawatts of solar generation, and the Devon site, which will come online, I'm told, later sometime in June, will provide 5 megawatts of solar generation. Together, these two sites will produce electricity generation that is equivalent to around 6% of Grand Bahama's current needs. This certainly is a step in the right direction.
Well, jury selections taking place in the Kirk Cornish trial. The Abaco MP is accused of rape and threatening a woman. Our Fern Carey from the Bahamas Tonight has more in this report.
A 6-man, 3-woman jury has been seated to hear evidence in the case involving sitting North Abaco MP Kirk Cornish. Following the jury selection this morning, Presiding Justice Renee McKay dismissed the panel until 11 o'clock Tuesday, April 30th. At that time, the Crown is expected to open its case and jurors will then begin hearing evidence. Cornish is accused of raping, threatening, and assaulting a 35-year-old woman in Cooperstown, Abaco, and here in New Providence between January 20th and April 4th of last year. He has pleaded not guilty to those allegations. Members of his family were in court today in a show of support. The North Abaco MP resigned as parliamentary secretary in the office of the Prime Minister back on August 8th, one day before he faced formal charges in the magistrate court last year. He is being represented by attorney Ty Pinder, while Director of Public Prosecutions Cordell Fraser is appearing on behalf of the Crown. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
Thanks, Fern. Still on Abaco, a bushfire igniting just outside of the Spring City subdivision on Abaco on Friday that left many residents concerned. After residents were advised to remain in the subdivision, police officials were hard at work to bring the blaze under control. Chief Superintendent of Police Will Hart provides the latest following that blaze and reports no serious damage was incurred.
During our postmortem assessment, there's only one structural fire that wasn't really a structural fire, just was an abandoned building was burned. That's it. It's an unoccupied building. It's abandoned. That was burned. It's not a residence. It was an old PTC structure. There's nothing to alarm the public about that they're in danger.
Adding that the fire did reignite, Hart says police officials kept the situation under control. He also confirmed there was that there was another blaze in Marsh Harbor that posed no immediate threat to any structures.
There was just vegetation that was burnt. nothing, and just a lot of smoke. Visibility was okay in the Marsh Harbor area proper. It's just that visibility was not, there was no visibility leading into Springfield, so that's why we had to close the road off and to secure every person that was in the division. Everyone else in the subdivision, we told them remain in the subdivision.
When we come back, hear how the men of the clergy and various organizations joined together in a call to action. And that story, sports, and more in the Bahamas Tonight. The Northern Edition continues.
You have enough things to worry about. Living in a world that can seem opposite of the things you are trying to accomplish.
I can need a little help with this month.
We're here to let you know that you don't have to go at it alone. Choose peace of mind. Choose comfort. Choose CB. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
The Grand Bahama Port Authority, in conjunction with the Grand Bahama Tourism Board and others, brings you Freeport Business Expo, May 2nd, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Grand Lucayan Resort Convention Center. Register today at freeportbusinessexpo.com.
Come and see the cabinets and countertops in stock now at Specialty Kitchen and Bath, number 16 Oak Street. Phone them at 688-9661.
Park and Shop is having a 25% off sale excluding underwear and red tags, April 26th through the 30th. Store hours are 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday through Saturday.
Visit God is Able Shoe Repair for half sole, shoe heels, and tips. Custom made in orthopedic shoes, luggage and belt repairs, sole protector, shoe dyeing and polishing, fabric shoe covering, hat spraying, zipper repairs on bags and suitcases, and much more. Located at number 6 Churchill Building, downtown Freeport. Phone 375-7077.
It's the Come Go With Me Best of the Best Bahamas and Turks and Caicos Concert Weekend, Providenciales, Turks and Caicos. Day 1, the People's Rush Welcome Party, June 27th. For more information, email comegowithmeweekend@gmail.com.
D-Mac. KB. Don't miss the best of the best. Turks and Caicos Islands, June 27th through 30th. TCI. Be there.
It's your time to taste the grand life at the newly restored Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill at Grand Lucayan. Grand Bahama's premium sports bar, hangout, and entertainment hub. Available for special events. Stop in 7 days a week and join the successful business professionals, sports fanatics, foodies, and friends at the most pristine stretch of beachfront in Freeport. The ultimate party spot. Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. Now open 7 days a week, Monday to Wednesday, 10 a.m. to 6 p.m., Thursday through Sunday, 10 a.m. to midnight, with special guest artists from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. There's also karaoke Friday, and on Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays, it's happy hour. Drinks and food specials at Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill, located at Grand Lucayan.
Call us today to book your parties, weddings, and special events.
At Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill.
Prop Club Beach Bar and Grill. The many questions Bahamian women are asking about health care during this episode of Health Zone.
What is an OBGYN? What are the benefits and risks of the different childbirth options? Explain the importance of prenatal vitamins and nutrition.
These questions and more will be answered in this episode of the ZNS Health Zone, Tuesday, April 30th at 8 p.m. Your number one news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Bahamas Executive Committee spearheading an unprecedented gathering rallying boys and men from diverse backgrounds, including various organizations and church groups, for the Men's Mobilization March, emerging as a resounding call to action and echoing a collective stance against the prevalent social ills gripping our community. The details in this report. Men of all ages and backgrounds uniting in a powerful display of solidarity during the Men's Mobilization March in Grand Bahama. The march, a response to violence within communities, marked a significant moment as it was the first of its kind in Grand Bahama.
It's a must that I've been here today because this is so significant.
I believe for too long, males in our society have not been seen, have not been heard.
This is an initiative that I really appreciate to show that there are some men that are willing to stand to assist.
Men in the Bahamas are taking their place.
Members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force spearheading the march, followed by Rangers, Boy Scouts, and representatives from the Freeport Gospel Chapel and Pathfinders organizations. The march, culminating at the Independence Park, served as a platform for committee members to make bold declarations of brotherhood and unity.
Today, we declare our commitment to lead.
As brothers, we pledge to guide.
As brothers, we affirm our sacred role as protectors.
As brothers, we reject the path of violence.
As brothers, we are conscious of the legacy we forge. We engage and
as brothers, united under His grace.
We, the honorable fathers of this nation, commit to uphold these declarations.
Amidst the solemnity of the occasion, there were also moments of intercession for the nation's well-being.
We needed you before, but oh God, we need you now more than ever before.
Pray God that we will not just be fathers to our sons and to our daughters, the ones that come from us. We pray for divine intervention and the restoration.
Keynote speaker, Member of Parliament for West Grand Bahama and Bimini, and Parliamentary Secretary with the Ministry for Grand Bahama, Kingsley Smith, urging men to take up righteous positions and play an active role in addressing social ills plaguing society.
So rise up, you men of Vela. Though we each come as one, together we stand as 10,000 to the 10th power. Accept the plea, the invitation to rise above the celestial tinsel of our time.
As day turned to night, the spirit of camaraderie continued with singing and dancing, underscoring the commitment of these men to stand together against violence. It's now time for a check on Health is Wealth with Lucayan Concierge.
Happy New Year to all. As we commence the year, most persons would have made some New Year's resolutions. Some of us may be discouraged from not achieving last year's goal. Was it that you were too ambitious, the endpoints too vague, or time frame unrealistic? Don't be discouraged. This year, you can make your goals smart. Is this achievable? Do you have the skill set and resources to get it done? Yes, I can definitely achieve this. If I don't make some changes, I know I'll be at risk of getting diabetes or high blood pressure, and I don't want that. And finally, have a time bound to it to keep you accountable. I will do this in 4 months. Now revisit some of your goals and make them smart. I'm Dr. Tiara Johnson, reminding you that your health is your wealth.
And that's a look at stories making news. Jay, tell us what's happening in sports.
Well, in sports, Remico, high school soccer playoffs is right around the corner. Don't go away. Sports is next, right after this break.
New this spring at Island Bedding and Furniture, the Forever Flower Shop. Check out our new selection of artificial flowers and wreaths. Choose stems for your own projects or get a pre-made arrangement as a quick fix to a dull space. If you're a soon-to-be bride, inquire about bulk ordering for floral options that won't break the bank. It's all here at Island Bedding and Furniture, located at number 5 Queens Highway, across from Caribbean Veterinary.
Hungry? Save the day with this hack. The tastiest hack is no longer a secret. Order 2 medium one-topping pizzas from Pizza Hut Freeport for only $22. Enjoy Pizza Hut while spending less all the way to the crust. Visit us at the store, carry out, or delivery. 2 medium one-topping pizzas for only $22. Call us at 352-9191. Pizza Hut Freeport. Enjoy all the way to the crust. Pizza Hut Freeport.
Veronica Bishop.
She said, tell like it, he better come on now.
Sweet Emily.
Now you run away. Why you gonna love me? You know you could
miss the best of the best. Turks and Caicos Islands, June 27th through 30th. TCI. Be there.
Gents, Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about upgrading my kids' mother's kitchen.
Man, I thought your children's mother was married to another man. You have to know when to let go. This is powerful. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my wife's kitchen for Mother's Day. I am sure she would love that.
I think so too. Check out Cornet Bahamas. They're having a pre-Mother's Day sale, 35% off store-wide starting April 16th through May 16th. The Sandy Port Plaza, Freeport, Albuquerque, and Iloilo.
Psst. Guess what? Budget Pest Control has something important to show you. Cobb the termite's former Salmus, the super termite. What makes them super? Their ferocious appetite can attack your home from below and above. They even attack forestry. But don't worry. Budget Pest Control has extensively studied this species on Grand Bahama. You can even check out our scientific paper. So you can count on us to protect your investment. Call Budget Pest Control, the termite specialist.
When a storm strikes and knocks out power to your home, you may be forced to use a backup energy source such as solar panels or a generator. But do you know about the potential dangers and how to safely use backup energy sources? There's one major risk. It's called backfeed, and it can endanger you, a family member, or someone else, especially a lineman or electrician working at or near your property. Backfeed occurs when power travels from your solar setup or generator back through the utility lines, resulting in them being unknowingly re-energized. Backfeed creates a very dangerous and potentially deadly situation for line workers and the public. To prevent backfeed, generators, whether permanent or portable, should never be plugged into a home's wiring or directly to the circuit breaker panel. The best way to avoid backfeed is by installing a transfer switch. Preventing backfeed could save a life.
Welcome to Bellevue Business Depot, your ultimate destination for all your office and lifestyle needs. From top quality furniture to essential office supplies, copy paper, ink, and school essentials, we've got you covered. Visit our cafe for delicious coffee, Bahamian patties, hot dogs, nachos, and more. Our business center offers copies, emails, scans, prints, business cards, and even assistance with event programs and drawings. Trust our reliable Western Union service for sending money worldwide. Don't forget the balloons for that extra touch of magic for your celebration. Check out our range of printers and electronics for all your tech needs. Visit Bellevue Business Depot today, your one-stop shop for all your needs and more. Open Monday to Friday from 8 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. and Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Bellevue Business Depot, where convenience meets quality.
Good evening, ladies and gents. I'm Jay Philippe, and welcome to sports. Yes, it was a busy weekend in sports. Softball got started, but let's begin with high school soccer. In a highly contested match, LIS defeated Mary Star of the Sea 1-0 in junior boys soccer play over at St. George's Soccer Field.
Mary Star is an extremely competitive team for us, and we went into it knowing we were going to have a really hard game. But these guys, they marked up, they got into the spaces, they talked to each other, they passed brilliantly, and I think we had a lot of opportunities to score goals, and we finally got one in. The strategy was just to play our very best, because we know that this is a good team going into it, to not let our guards down, to mark our man, and to make opportunities, and I think they did that.
Now on the girls' side, BMS Lady Warriors junior girls defeated Tabernacle Falcons 2-0, led by head coach Katrina Gibson and Chelsea Brewery on the field.
I felt like they played fairly well. As a coach, of course, I felt like they could have done much better. They could show their skill levels a little better. Our strategy was to utilize our skills, utilize their skills, and just master and show their perfection.
They did really good, and for non-experienced, they're trying their hardest and they're doing their best. And I felt like I did good, but I could do better.
And finally in sports, the Grand Bahama Amateur Softball Association had its season open on the weekend with 6 games on schedule. The opening ceremony was held on Friday night, where a number of softball legends were honored and awards were also given to the top teams and players from last year's league. As far as on the field, Pat Uniform defeated Cooper's Destroyers 9-6 in the co-ed division. In all men's play, CLA Haters edged out Pat Uniform by 1 run. The final score was 15-14. Now on Saturday, Pat Uniform shut out Keys Bahamas 15-0 in all ladies play. In all men's play, Iro Boys got the win against Chad Investment 5-4. GBPA Regulators lost to Immigration Enforcers in a close one. In co-ed play, final score was 8-7. And in all men, the Fantasy Ballers dominated Marco City Marlins. In the feature game, the final score on that one was 21-1. Ladies and gents, that is your quick check on sports. I'm Jay Philippe. As always, be blessed.
And here's a look at your Monday forecast, sponsored by Royal Star Assurance.
Tonight's weather forecast is brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
'Cause it's so beautiful.
Stay with us. Our Facebook friend of the night is up next.
Mothers are meant to be treasured. Make this Mother's Day one that she will never forget. Shop Bellevue Gifts and Supplies, Queens Highway, for great gift ideas.
We all need to save. Save time, gas, and money. Shopping at Save More can help you do just that. Make us your first stop for all your prescription needs and medical supplies. Get all your health and beauty items at the same time. And don't miss our huge choice of snacks to satisfy your cravings. And the largest vitamin selection and over-the-counter relief products. Need diapers and other baby care items? First stop. The new section for makeovers, cosmetics, and beautiful jewelry will make you sparkle for that next special event. Save More Drugs, your more store.
Tired of the endless bank fees and long lines? The Grand Bahama Cooperative Credit Union is the solution to making your money work for you by providing you with free financial counseling, higher interest on savings plans, and lower interest rates on loans. Savings products such as Christmas and vacation clubs, fixed deposits, and annuity savings allow our members to prepare for today and tomorrow without all of the hassle. With GBCCU 352-4139.
Welcome to Port in a Minute, an informative segment brought to you by the Grand Bahama Port Authority, where we update you on the latest news taking place within the Port Group of companies and our community.
We have so much going on in the tourism sector at the moment for the island of Grand Bahama. We have well over $2 billion worth of projects going on in Grand Bahama at this time, or in the pipeline. And in that $2 billion, the majority of that represents tourism-related products. The intent is for U.S. vendors and other vendors in that space to introduce their unique product offerings to the Bahamian people.
So the Freeport Business Expo Tourism Edition is happening on May the 2nd, which is a Thursday, and we want to invite everyone to come out and to join us. It's going to be happening at the Grand Lucayan Hotel. So May 2nd, put it on your calendars. You definitely want to be a part of this impactful event.
Your #1 news team covering the North. The Bahamas Tonight, Northern Edition.
Kyla Ambrista is celebrating her 11th birthday today. She is our Facebook friend, and we hope that you are enjoying your special day. And that concludes the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition. On behalf of the entire news team here in the North, I'm Ramiko Knowles. Thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned, and the Bahamas Tonight is coming your way next.
Coming up in the Bahamas tonight, the National Report, tourism's digital transformation. Cautious optimism as the economy turns page. Jury selection in Cornish rape case. And in sports, Bahamas Eye's permanent home for World Relays. The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report starts now.
ZNS News is brought to you by the new BTC. Fiber is here. Faster, stronger, more reliable. Together, we are unstoppable. Switch today.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Akush Lopinder, and this is the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. Thanks for tuning in. Not at all the ending a New Providence family was hoping to hear after filing a missing man's report a few days back. Our Desmond Saunders joins us live from the Frank Watson Boulevard and has the details on how the story took a sharp turn that's left family members grappling. Good evening, Desmond.
Well, Makusla, gruesome discovery late this afternoon. A partially decomposed body of an adult male found lying near a truck in bushes off Frank Watson Boulevard. Here's Press Liaison Officer, Chief Superintendent of Police, Christine Skippings.
Sometime around 2:30 today, utilizing our unmanned aerial system, more commonly referred to as our drone, officers discovered a truck some 2.5 miles fitting the description of a vehicle owned by a male who was reported missing sometime last week. Officers on arrival to the scene discovered the partially decomposed body of a male lying outside the truck. At present, we are in our initial investigations into this matter. At present, we cannot say who the person is. We await an official identification. We also await the pathologist to conduct a scientific investigation. And once we have confirmed who the identity of this individual is, we will update you, the press, and members of the public. We are always concerned when we find that people go missing and when we have to find either partially decomposed body or the skeletal remains. And at this point, what I want to say to family members is imperative that you pay attention to the whereabouts of your family members at all time. If you know that they have a routine and you don't see them within that specified time, we're asking you, come into our department, report the matter. Let us utilize technology. As you know, we just had our Tech Expo a few weeks ago, so we have a lot of technology that we utilize. It can help to find some of these persons who go missing in a short period of time.
Well, as you can see, we're getting some showers of blessing. The scene attracting scores of onlookers. Earlier this afternoon, Christine Skippings not releasing the identity of the body found, but there is some speculation that the body found is believed to be that of Evan Fox. As you are aware, there was a nationwide search for this missing person who was last seen April 26, 2024. What we can tell you, and according to the Chief Superintendent of Police, Christine Skippings, they're waiting on a pathologist to determine the exact cause of death. Investigations continue into this incident. Back to you, McCuskill, in the studio.
Well, thanks, Desmond. That was our Desmond Saunders once again at Frank Watson Boulevard, where police discovered the partially decomposed body of a man reported missing some days back. We hope to follow up on that story for you and have that story in a later newscast. Well, we can also tell you tonight the National Security Minister, the Honorable Wayne Munro, has confirmed that a prisoner died on Saturday after his release from the Princess Margaret Hospital. Now, not much details revealed about the deceased, who ZNS News understands had been receiving medical care for some time. The minister says he too is awaiting a more definitive report that he expects to be forthcoming.
I have just a general brief from Commissioner Clare that is a prisoner who may have had mental challenges, who would have been ill over a period of time. I await the formal report from the prison, and the coroner, of course, would be engaged in that process.
From the courts this evening, jury selections taking place in the Kirk Cornish trial. The Abaco MP is accused of rape and threatening a woman. Fern Carey picks up the story from here. A 6-man, 3-woman jury has been seated to hear evidence in the case involving sitting North Abaco MP Kirk Cornish. Following the jury selection this morning, presiding Justice Renee McKay dismissed the panel until 11 o'clock Tuesday, April 30th. At that time, the Crown is expected to open its case and jurors will then begin hearing evidence. Cornish is accused of raping, threatening and assaulting a 35-year-old woman in Cooperstown, Abaco and here in New Providence between January 20th and April 4th of last year. He has pleaded not guilty to those allegations. Members of his family were in court today in a show of support. The North Abaco MP resigned as parliamentary secretary in the office of the Prime Minister back on August 8th, one day before he faced formal charges in the magistrate court last year. He is being represented by attorney Ty Pinder, while Director of Public Prosecutions Cordell Fraser is appearing on behalf of the Crown. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Fern Carey.
In other news this evening, amid internal pressure and chaos in Haiti, some question what real power its recently sworn-in transitional council will have, and is multinational intervention, of which the Bahamas is a part, is wise. The concerns of Killarney MP, the Most Honorable Dr. Hubert Minnis, who, in the face of Haitian gangs reportedly morphing into well-armed militias, charged that any intervention will initially involve heavy fighting.
The Prime Minister must not send Bahamian troops into the violent chaos in Haiti with no clear plan. There is no political consensus in Haiti as to the way forward. No progress is possible until the various Haitian elites and political factions come to consensus. We risk the lives of our young people, our young men and women, if we send them to Haiti in an irresponsible manner. Kenya's pullback gives this administration the space to reconsider its commitment of 150 security personnel. No intervention force can succeed in Haiti if Haitians are unclear as to how they are to be governed over the long term.
Flatly rejecting such claims, Foreign Affairs Minister the Honorable Fred Mitchell accused the F&M MP of pure scaremongering.
You think in your wildest imagination the Bahamas government is going to send troops from the Bahamas into a danger zone where they're going to be in a killing field? That can't happen. It's impossible. But the country has international obligations. It has obligations to its domestic theater, which it has to carry out. It is sensible for us to have a policy to know what is going on in Haiti and to influence what is going on there. It's our neighborhood. And just like we'd be looking over the fence at our neighbor next door, we're doing the same thing, except it's a nation. And it is not true to say that Haiti has collapsed. There's a great deal of back and forth going on there politically. There's a fighting going on. They're trying to settle what their politics is. But Bahamas Air flies into Cape Haitian 3 times a week.
In related news, the Defense Force is absolutely prepared for a planned peacekeeping mission to Haiti, and the decision is finally made. That, according to acting commander of the RBDF, Captain Shondell Pinder, expressed full confidence in the agency's ability. His comments come days after Haiti's 9-member transitional council, along with its interim prime minister, Patrick Boisvert, was appointed. And after about 60 Marines completed training in Jamaica aimed at gaining additional capacity when it comes to peacekeeping operations, although not specifically Haiti.
What we've done is we've ensured that the level of expertise in terms of where we lend our support, and it's the official position of the Bahamas government express, that would be upon our maritime domain. It's something that we do daily. It's something that we continue to have successes in, and it's something that we feel our persons can operate from comfortably within the foreign waters of Haiti, which will probably be offshore in international waters, which is what we want to do. And it's lending our expertise where we best can provide our input to bring about the continuance of stability in the region. And for Haiti, it's to ensure that the Haitian people will know that the Bahamas government is doing all it can to help their situation.
Now, the Bahamas has committed some 150 troops to aid in the peacekeeping mission in what Commodore Raymond King says will ultimately see groups of 50 Marines rotating 3 4-month stints. The mission, that's set to be led by Kenya, was stalled as the transitional government was installed. Minister of National Security, the Honorable Wayne Munro, says he has no update on the process just yet.
No doubt things are happening. We continue to stress that this must be a Haitian-driven solution. It's not a matter of anybody imposing its will on the Haitian people. They are people who defeated Napoleon, who defeated the Americans. And so it's not a matter where you impose any solution on them. It must be a solution that they come up with as a people, that they're comfortable with as a people, and we're here to assist them as a sister nation in CARICOM.
You're watching the Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
This portion of the news is brought to you by FoCall Smart Pass, the smart way to pay at the pump.
It has the looks, the style, the performance. Your new car is everything you always dreamed of. Now it's here. Commonwealth Bank was happy to help put you behind the wheel with a new car loan at a competitive rate and fast, friendly approval. It's a service that just comes naturally to us, just like how love of tradition comes naturally to you. Commonwealth Bank, leader in personal banking services.
Every breath, we admire you. Every stride, we cheer for you. Every moment, we fly our flag with pride. Because when you run, we run. BTC proudly supports Bahamian sports and athletes and is the title sponsor of the World Athletic Relays 2024. BTC supports the journey of winning, creating an unbeatable mobile experience so you can be unstoppable.
We exposed 5 strangers to different KFC menus to see if the flavor can enhance any moment. And at the first bite, the party began. We repeated the experiment during the day, during business hours, on weekends, with sunshine, with rain. It's confirmed any moment can be a KFC moment.
Hear what Boss Man was saying in the back there just now? About what? The luncheon? Why you always worried about food? No, about how we gotta pay a little more for national insurance. Mildred, you talking fool. I can't afford to pay that. And you're always crying, palm out. Ain't gonna be much. Boss still gotta pay. 1st of July, 2024. I think that criminal benefit is what did help my boy Tony through the pandemic. That same unemployment benefit. And guess what? What? Susan, I think she'd get a pregnancy benefit, eh? You mean maternity benefit, eh? So now, we gotta do our part to make sure we get our pension. All right, well, let me try and go back to our easy boss.
Ladies and gentlemen, you ready?
The best of the best. Keep the vibes alive music group. Alpha Sounds Promotions present the best of the best Wicked Scrape Explosion. As we ignite the grounds of Super Club Breezes, Baby, Dino D, Funky D, Veronica Bishop, Ivy, the Islanders, Elon Moxley, Shine 242.
Get your tickets now. Available online at BahamasEtickets.com or swing by the Beauty Shack on Soldier Road and Carmichael Road.
And we're not done yet. The Falcons, Shag Colley and the VIPs, Pat Ramey, Stevie S, Johnny Cake, Iron Store, Nobi, Mama D, and Nishi LS. Skyboxes and Skypods available. Call 394-0819. The best of the best Break and Scrape Explosion. Gates open at 6 p.m. May 11th at Super Club Breezers.
Simplified Lending, we know that your time is precious. So we've unscrambled the loan process, making it fast and hassle-free. You can have your answer in as little as 24 hours. When you qualify, we simplify. We are the best borrowing solution for tuition, home renovation, vacation loans, emergency medical expenses, purchasing a vehicle, and for business expansion loans. Simplified Lending for simplified living. Call us today or find us in the R&D Plaza on JFK Drive.
After 51 years, Popeyes is crashing the wings party with 5 flavors.
Makes no sense it took so long. Crispy outside, juicy inside.
Who are you?
We don't make sense. We make chicken. Y'all good?
Popeyes' new chicken wings make no sense. Marinated in Louisiana spices, hand battered and flipped, and then we have the audacity to call all 5 flavors fast food? Someone should really say something or order something.
Love that chicken from Popeyes. Now available at Popeyes in Nassau.
Guess what? Island Luxe is turning 15 this year, and they're pulling out all the stops. First, there's an all-new website packed with new lottery and casino games. Enhanced VIP and free slot tournaments. Daily pick'ems, 30 days of luck with daily prizes. And exciting game shows featuring customers just like you. Get ready for more opportunities to win for the entire year as Island Luxe turns 15.
Island Luxe, celebrating 15 years of winning.
It goes without saying that the Bahamas is a leading destination in the global tourism landscape. But for that to remain the case, it's important to keep apace with digital innovation and do what's needed to enhance visitor experience. On the table is legislation that opens the door to a seamless, user-friendly online system, one capturing all aspects of the visitor experience. It's an amendment to the immigration bill. Leading debate in the House of Assembly this morning, Immigration Minister the Honorable Alfred Sayers noted that the passage of this bill is a leap into the future in the management of national borders. Meantime, Tourism Minister the Honorable Chester Cooper touted the benefits to the top industry. 9+ million tourists sound good on paper and looks even better when the numbers are crunched once those dollars and cents roll in. But as local tourism growth swells, it comes at a cost. The cost of increasing lines that could very well lead to visitor dissatisfaction early on. Avoiding as much means keeping up with the times, and keeping up with the times means introducing a digital immigration card and an enhanced visitor survey system. 2 changes at the heart of tourism's revolution. The former, the focus of a proposed amendment to the immigration bill. That proposal, as Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable Chester Cooper reasoned in the House of Assembly Monday morning, is a significant leap towards modernizing the entry process into the islands.
The immigration card, the paper form filled out by visitors, turned in many occasions to be an inconvenience to travelers. The transition to a digital format involved extensive collaboration between technology providers, immigration officials, and tourism stakeholders to create a seamless and user-friendly online system. The platform is optimized for accessibility from various devices, ensuring that visitors can fill out the immigration details prior to their arrival, thus expediting the entry process.
Alongside dramatically reducing the hundreds of thousands of dollars associated with purchasing and scanning the cards, digital capture of the data lends to more accuracy than manual entry, a crucial step if officials are to maintain up-to-date stats on visitor numbers and demographics.
Tourism authorities now can better manage and forecast visitor flows, which is essential for resource allocation and enhancing the visitor experience across the islands and improving return on investment, as I've mentioned, as it relates to marketing spend. Plans are well underway to integrate this digital system with other technologies such as AI-driven analytics for deeper insights and for predictive modeling on tourism trends.
The government's also eyeing the possible wins beyond this.
The success of the digital immigration card opens the possibility for digital transformation across other areas of visitors' interaction, such as digital permits, personalized recommendations, targeted promotions, and ticketing for attractions, as well as hopefully improving the overall spend of tourists when they arrive. This will be another big win, a big win for Bahamian vendors.
As for the enhanced visitor survey, these can be accessed electronically via the Bahamas Tourism app or website. QR codes can also be scanned and/or paper forms filled out. Meantime, there are further signs the country's fiscal health continues to improve. Central Bank Governor John Roll this morning sharing the bank's latest quarterly economic report that shows some positive trends. However, as Corval Pyfrom reports, there are still some areas of concern.
Monday's in-person press conference was the first the central bank has held since the pandemic. And the information from this latest quarterly report, says Bank Governor John Roll, indicates that our economy has turned a page since the pandemic and Hurricane Dorian. But he is still just cautiously optimistic.
One always has to be mindful of the risks that are out there of the nature that we described.
The central bank's latest quarterly report shows positive signs in the areas of tourism and commercial construction, where growth has been steady. But even while inflation has slowed, the bank's governor warns not to expect any adjustments in interest rates anytime soon.
Inflation, even though it has reduced, it still has a bit of a distance to get back into the range that central banks feel comfortable with. And that process isn't quite, going at the same pace as we saw earlier. So I think it's going to slow down any potential easing in interest rates this year.
Roll says over the first quarter of 2024, external reserves accumulated at a significantly stronger pace of just over $500 million compared to less than $100 million in the same period in 2023.
Through the end of April, this seasonal buildup was further extended, leaving balances near $2.9 billion. The central bank still expects that the reserves will contract over the remainder of this year to be less than what they were at the end of 2023.
This quarterly report another boost to the Davis administration's charge that the economy is rebounding. Last week, international credit ratings agency Moody's put the country's economy as steady and projected continued growth. The central bank's quarterly sounds similar.
These trends are supporting continued employment gains and revenue-driven reduction in the government's deficit. The economy is also experiencing more slowed inflation and gradually improving domestic credit conditions.
For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Corval Pyfrom.
Bahamian Ferdinand Presenti is set to appear on the Jeopardy game show tonight at 7:30 on the ABC network. The 36-year-old, the son of dentist Dr. Leontendor Presenti, Ferdinand, who studied economics and history at the University of Pennsylvania, says he's prepared by reading books in his local library, which just built on his reading of books and periodicals from his years at the Discovery Primary School in Grand Bahama. Ferdinand go on to share the process he and others had to go through to be on the show.
You have to take 2 tests. So the first test you can do online. They're basically looking for you to get somewhere in the range of 35 of the 50 questions right. And then they'll call you back to take another test, but this time the test is proctored. It's still online, but over Zoom, so they can make sure you're not cheating. So once you pass both tests, then you get in basically for an audition. After that, you're in what's called the contestant pool, and basically anytime in the next year to 18 months, they can call you in and say, you're going to be on the show.
Well, we offer Ferdinand all of the luck. The World Relays take place this weekend at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. Amajal Knowles joins us with an update.
Thanks, Makushla. The countdown is on to the 2024 edition of the World Athletics World Relays taking place here in Nassau at the Thomas A. Robinson National Stadium. We're here at the old Thomas A. Robinson Stadium where teams have already started to arrive and begin their practice sessions. Currently on the track are the teams from Germany, Turkey, and Saudi Arabia, as well as athletes from the 242. Now, if you haven't already bought your ticket for this weekend, you are definitely going to want to do that, as Team Bahamas especially is promising some fireworks at the Thomas A. Robinson Stadium this weekend. Kush, back to you in studio.
Well, thanks, Amo. And that brings us to our World Relays Trivia, offering you the chance to win a pair of tickets to attend this global sporting event right here at home. But before we get to tonight's question, we want to congratulate Friday's winner, Yolanda Goodman, who was the first to call in with the correct answer to the question, name the theme of this year's World Relays Bahamas. The answer, Chasing the Sun, Paradise to Paris. Tonight we're asking, which country set world records at the inaugural World Relays in 2014, and what were the events? To answer, call 477-0546. That's 477-0546. The winners to be announced during tomorrow night's newscast. Well, we still have more news to come, but Marcellus Hall has a look at what's coming up in sports. Marcellus?
Coming up in sports for tonight, champions crowned at the National Family Island Regatta. Details just ahead in sports.
If you see news in the making, call ZNS News at 502-3800 or email us at znsnews@gmail.com.
Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Tourism, Investments and Aviation, the Honorable I. Chester Cooper, congratulated Royal Caribbean International on the official groundbreaking of the Royal Beach Club, Paradise Island.
Today, it is my honor to be in the position of saying congratulations to Royal Caribbean International and to all those who will benefit in this unique Paradise Island beach experience to be known as the Royal Beach Club. But our administration has diligently worked to reshape this venture to better serve the Bahamian people. As foreshadowed in our Blueprint for Change, the government through the National Investment Fund will hold equity, ensuring that 49% of this endeavor is owned by Bahamians. For 50 years, Royal Caribbean has been an important stakeholder in the tourism business for our country. Last year, we attracted almost 10 million visitors to our shores, and the Royal Caribbean, that's been voted the best cruise line for the last 20 years, has been the cruise line that brought the most visitors to the Bahamas, certainly to the Nassau Cruise Port last year. This is a model project for investments in the Bahamas. It's a partnership between the government and Royal Caribbean. It focuses heavily on Bahamian empowerment. It draws on the legacy of Royal Caribbean for innovation and for unique experiences, and of course for empowering entrepreneurs.
For more tourism updates, visit Tourism Today or Bahamas.com. I'm Joshua Robbins, and this is Tourism Today.
Yellow Elder Garden, Ali and her cousins listened to Grammy share tales. The 70s so sweet, with themed costumes and dancing feet. Then came the brass, reaching new heights, a symphony of Bahamian nights. The 2000s, the Yellow Elder, a symbol of pride. Grammy's legacy in view as Ali dances in her Yellow Elder costume. We are alive.
Every breath, we admire you. Every stride, we cheer for you. Every moment, we fly our flag with pride. Because when you run, we run. BTC proudly supports Bahamian sports and athletes and is the title sponsor of the World Athletic Relays 2024. BTC supports the journey of winning, creating an unbeatable mobile experience so you can be unstoppable.
This is the National Youth Guard program designed to train young people to help the Bahama Islands in times of disaster.
I decided to join to better serve my country as well as to better myself.
We train the help in search and rescue, electrical, plumbing, and carpentry.
And things that they can actually expand on in their careers.
Young people who join the Youth Guard program discover a sense of identity, a sense of purpose, and a sense of patriotism.
This program isn't about only the individuals. It is about the country.
Scores of international healthcare providers, leading scientists, investors, and stem cell companies meeting in Paradise this week at the Atlantis Resort for the 2024 Healing Health Summit. The three-day event offering the opportunity to explore the future of healthcare, technology, and regenerative therapy. Citing the recently tabled Longevity and Regenerative Therapies Bill, Health and Wellness Minister, the Honorable Dr. Michael Darville says his government is committed to promoting innovative healthcare.
Under the last Christie administration, we passed the stem cell bill 2013, and from that day to this present day, the Bahamas been involved in about 1,000 therapies and played a significant role in the stem cell industry. On coming to office, we foreshadowed in the speech from the throne the fact that we need to repeal this bill and make it more user-friendly, because from that time to this present day, the technologies have changed. And so we've been working very hard behind the scene to come up with this new Longevity and Regenerative Therapies Bill. This is cutting-edge technology.
Men throughout the country walking the streets this past Sunday to promote brotherhood, unity, and a positive change. The men's mobilization march beginning and ending at the Clifford Park this past Sunday, with male leaders from around New Providence and the Bahamas Department of Correctional Services attending. Here's co-founder of International Men's Day Bahamas Committee, David Williams.
What we are is a leading group that seeks to pull men's group together to stand up and to fight for issues that affect men. That's the whole purpose for a march like this, is to showcase men, highlight some of the positive things men are doing as opposed to the negative.
Williams also thought it important to engage young men for these very reasons.
Over the years, I've been involved in prison ministries, and 70% of the young men are under the age of 35 in prison. A program I did at the Boys and Girls School, 63% of the boys grew up without a father. I asked the question in maximum security, 100 men. 80 of them raised their hand, they grew up without a father. So it's important for men, it's important for us as fathers to step back into our role. I don't want to hear about what the man then do. I want to hear about some of the positive things that we could do, and today is a step in the right direction of some of the positive things that we could do to highlight and to focus on our men.
Well, in a ceremony filled with camaraderie, the Iraqi Vendors Association this past weekend welcomed new members into the fold. The event marking a significant milestone for the organization. Vice President-elect Lillian Larimore Smith shares some of the plans the association has to improve the tourist attraction.
Negotiating to be here for another 100,000 years, of course.
That's what I said.
Yes, of course. Yes, there's a lot of things because we wanna have control so that we can bring more people into our wacky entertainment, the environment, the eco, the money, making more money. But this cannot happen unless we have a partnership with the government, and we're working successfully, I think, because we've had several meetings. We're going to move forward. We have been putting in new infrastructure for our water system, so we're going to have bathrooms in all of the restaurants, and so we have septic tanks available so the process can be much more easier. So that is first and foremost on our agenda.
Still to come, our feature story, Beauty on Stage. You're watching The Bahamas Tonight, the National Report. There's more news in a moment.
Mother's
Mother's Day is coming up, and I'm thinking about upgrading my kids' mother's kitchen.
Man, I thought your children's mother was married to another man. You have to know when to let go. This is powerful. You know what? I'm going to upgrade my wife's kitchen for Mother's Day. I am sure she would love that.
I think so too. Check out Cornet Bahamas. They're having a pre-Mother's Day sale, 35% off store-wide starting April 16th through May 16th. The Sandy Port Plaza, Freeport, Albuquerque, and Iloilo.
Are you or a loved one under medical care? Do you need affordable medical supplies? Ports International is the largest home health care supplier. Medical supplies at the very best price. And you can even shop online. From hospital beds to wound care, wheelchairs to walkers, Ports is a one-stop shop for your medical supplies, and we accept insurance. We have online shopping and 2 locations to serve you, at the Airport Industrial Park and Shirley Street. We also ship to the Family Islands. Shop online and visit us on Facebook. Call Ports at 377-1771.
I don't know, but there's all kinds of cars in this parking road, but you ain't even know where to park. Yeah, just don't park in the, look at this way. Like, you ain't get nowhere to go. Don't park him, just don't park in the handicap spot. Yeah, that's handicap. No, man, you can't park in the handicap spot. I ain't gonna be that long. I ain't gonna be that long. Handicap spot, you're on the field. Boy, what's going on, dog? I tell you we shouldn't park here now. This way park here, bro. I tell you we shouldn't park here. Don't get one of these things. My bad, big bro. And he get a sticker inside that say this model. We gotta move. This is a handicap spot. That's what we gotta move. But we gotta move. Don't. We can move right now. Sorry.
Be considerate. Don't use disabled parking spaces without a decal in your vehicle. This message is brought to you by the National Commission for Persons with Disabilities.
Babelo Smith, it's a name you've probably or will hear about very soon. He's Ellen Coakley High School's head boy who recently got accepted to Harvard University in Cambridge, Massachusetts. He's one of few Bahamians securing admission to the prestigious Ivy League school, which, as you can imagine, wasn't easy. Get this, he scored 1520 on his Scholastic Aptitude Test, better known as SATs, out of the total score of 1600. Truly a remarkable feat.
Here on the Family Islands, we do not have as much resources as those maybe in the capital with examinations like these. So for me, I had to search for online resources. I had to put a lot of self-study. I had a mathematics tutor that was online, and I really worked hard for it. And just knowing that I was able to accomplish this goal that I set out for, made me really proud, and it made me realize, hey, even though we may have some disadvantages, if we really work hard for it, we can accomplish it.
Well, it's time now for a check on Family Island weather with Chief Meteorologist Basil Dean. Good evening, Basil.
Good evening, Makisha. Partly cloudy skies this evening. Temperature, not too bad, 76 degrees. The relative humidity, 77%. Easterly winds at 12 miles per hour. The barometric pressure, 1,017.7 millibars. That is 30.05 inches. And your temperatures around the Family Valleys this evening, 77 in Marshall, Abaco, Green Toll Key, 76 in Freeport, Grand Bahama. The Berry Islands at 75, Alisson, Bimini, 77. 75 in Harbour Island. Rock, Sandy, 75 degrees. Fresh Creek, Central Andros at 76. Camp Space Out Andros, Black Point, Exuma, and Artisan Cat Island also at 76 degrees. More 76 showing up in San Salvador, Rum Key, and Georgetown, Exuma, Ragged Island, Clarence Sound, Long Island, and Crooked Island. Betsy Bay, Maguana 75, Acton 75, Matthew Tiny, Nagbert 77. And the Texas Caicos Islands, 76 degrees. And your boating forecast tonight in the northwestern parts of our country right through tomorrow. Those winds will be east to southeast at 12 to 18 knots, so a slight reduction will be taking place. Wave heights 3 to 6 feet with caution flags still holding for the northwest Bahamas. High tide, that will occur at 54 minutes past midnight. You can anticipate your low tide at 7:32 tomorrow morning. Now, for the central and southeastern islands tonight through tomorrow, east to southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, wave heights 4 to 7 feet. So the caution flags are also in place for the central and southeastern islands through Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, middle of the week, in the northwest and central islands, winds become southeast at 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet. The low tide will take place at 8:31 in the morning with the high tide at 2:27 in the afternoon. Now for the southeast Bahamas on Wednesday, southeast winds 12 to 18 knots, wave heights 3 to 6 feet with caution flags in place. And that's going to do it for your boating forecast. It's time now for your international temperatures, and they are brought to you by Royal Star Assurance.
Check it. I ain't buy no more number this time, 'cause my number man is live. I ain't buy no more number this time, 'cause my number man is live. Hey, put the 6 in now. Boom my dead, boom my dead. Number come to me while in my bed. I went to the bucket, I placed my bet. I even spent my whole big click check. I tell them God.
And that's going to do it for your international temperatures brought to you by Royal Star Assurance. But stay tuned, the extended weather forecast is still ahead.
Want to have your voice heard? Send your letters to the editor to digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. Share your thoughts on current events or positive stories within your community. That's digitalmedia@znsbahamas.com. We want to hear from you.
I'm looking for sugar. Someone can taste your honey. I'm a potion. I see it. My work is on. Jump up and down, I say. Follow me, follow me. If I teach you how to make and stay. Follow me, let me go. I don't want the inside no more. Lose me, let me go. This is killing me, that's for sure.
This is the National Youth Guard program designed to train young people to help the Bahama Islands in times of disaster.
I decided to join to better serve my country as well as to better myself.
We train the help with search and rescue, electrical, plumbing, and carpentry.
And things that they can actually expand on in their careers.
Young people who join the Youth Guard program discover a sense of identity, a sense of purpose, and a sense of patriotism.
This program isn't about only the individuals. It is about the country.
Right, our members know that there's a lot to smile about. They know that membership has its privileges. Guaranteed low pricing on every item, every time you shop. Each membership comes with 2 cards. That's one for you and a free card for a member of your household. Gold card holders earn an annual 2% rebate up to $500. Cartwright members get discounts at other participating businesses. So that's a lot to smile about. Whether it be clothing, appliances, home goods, or groceries, shop at Cartwright, where membership truly has its privileges.
For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is open for all of you.
Elaine, you hear what Boss Man was saying in the back there just now? About what? The luncheon?
Why you always worried about food? No, about how we gotta pay a little more for national insurance.
Mildred, you talking fool.
I can't afford to pay that. And you're always crying, poor mouth. Ain't gonna be much. Boss still gotta pay. 1st of July, 2024.
I think that terminal benefit is what did help my boy Tony through the pandemic. That same unemployment benefit. And guess what?
What?
Susan, I think she'd get a pregnancy benefit, eh?
You mean maternity benefit, eh? So now, we gotta do our part to make sure we get our pension. All right, well, let me try and go back to work, easy, boss.
Your one-stop shop for all things news and entertainment.
Bringing you exclusive content from unique talents you can't find anywhere else.
Keeping you updated with the top stories from across the nation.
And entertained with a variety of engaging content.
All in one place.
With one click.
You mean I can get all this in the palm of my hand?
Yes.
On all my favorite devices? Yes. And with unlimited access to all types of different content.
You won't need to look anywhere else.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
That's ZNS Digital.
ZNS Digital, the people station in your pocket.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
Well, welcome to your ZNS Total Sports Check, everybody. I'm Marcellus Hall. 5 days before the Bahamas host the IAAF World Relays at the Thomas A. Robinson Track and Field Stadium. Visiting teams already starting to make their appearance ahead of the major event, which is set for May 4th and 5th. Minister of Youth, Sports and Culture, the Honorable Mario Bolag, pleased with the response from everyone so far.
I was at the hotel yesterday and I saw a few countries coming in, you know, and they were well received from the airport even to the hotel, and so the excitement is there. The ticket sales has boosted tremendously over the weekend, I was told, and so I'm looking forward for a full stadium and all the BAMEs to come out and support our young athletes as we go there and try and qualify for Paris and make sure that we are there to have relay teams to represent us in the Olympics.
Now, Bolag adding that the plan remains to make the Bahamas the permanent home for the event moving forward.
That was our intent from we got it back when myself and the Prime Minister met with Lord Cole year before last in Jamaica. That's what we asked for, and so we know that there are other countries wanting to host it, and we hope that when we put on a great show here this time around, I think it's already stated to go in one part of in China or someplace for the next games, and then so we hope to get it back here before the 2028 Olympics, and by that time lock it in so we could have it, make the Bahamas the homes for it.
68 National Family Island Regatta is now history, with champions being crowned in all 5 categories of the event. The junior title won by Sugarloaf, sailed by Finley McKinney Lambert. Second was Lady Anne Marie, with Lady Kayla in third. Same order finish in the E-class, with Sugarloaf finishing first, followed by Lady Anne Marie and the Lady Kayla there. And in the C-class, Sassy Sue was your champion, skippered by Stephen Knowles of Long Island. Bull Reg and Leslie Roll of Exuma was second, followed by David Knowles and Zena in third. In the B class, it was Susan Chase reigning supreme again, sailed by Stephen Knowles. Lonesome Dove and Jeff Gale of Abaco was second, followed by the Tarian and Josh Knowles of Exuma, rounding out the top 3. Now, finally, in the A class, Ed Scott and Leon Brister of Ragged Island were crowned champs, with Running Tide and Stephen Knowles settling for second, and New Legend sailed by David Knowles in that third spot. To baseball, with Jazz Chisholm playing pretty good these days. Grand Slam, his second Grand Slam of the season, coming in the first inning of the Miami Marlins 12-9 loss to the Washington Nationals. Now, Jazz finished 1-3 in that game, scored twice, drove in 4 to go along with his 3rd home run of the season. Marlins and Washington wrapping up their 4-game series today. And they swam, rode bikes and ran over what was a grueling 2 days of competition at the Bahama Triathlon Championships held on Jaws Beach. Athletes from throughout the Bahamas descending on the capital for that event. However, after it was all said and done, there could only be a handful of winners.
I feel like the competition was really good. I personally think I could have done better in my swimming, but overall I think my bike and run was probably the best part of my race.
Feels really good. Obviously, I put in a lot of effort over the past couple of months, and since last year, Carifta as well. It feels quite good, and I'm really proud of myself for achieving this title.
It felt really good. Just working towards the overall goal, which is winning these kind of races. Very tough, although I have so much competition with of Lonnie Duncombe. But yeah, pretty good overall through two races. Yeah.
And that's it. Your check on sports for you here on this Monday. Our Monday weather forecast is just around the corner. Stay with us.
This is ZNS Total Sports.
This is the National Youth Guard program designed to train young people to help the Bahama Islands in times of disaster.
I decided to join the better serve my country as well as to better myself.
We train the help in search and rescue, electrical, plumbing, and carpentry.
And things that they can actually expand on in their careers.
Young people who join the Youth Guard program discover a sense of identity, a sense of purpose, and a sense of patriotism.
This program isn't about only the individuals. It is about the country.
If you like it, you can find it at Super Value and Quality supermarkets. Livy's Vienna sausage, 4.6 ounce, $1.19. Hellman's mayonnaise, 30 ounce, $7.79. Pickwell tomato paste, 6 ounce, $1.09. Fresh limes, 3 for $1.39. Beef short ribs, $4.99 per pound. Find the foods you love at Super Value and Quality supermarkets.
The most important thing in life is family. And whenever you need reliable advice, you look to the people you know you can trust. At J.S. Johnson Insurance Agents and Brokers, we earn our clients' trust every day. Whether it's home, motor, travel, or commercial insurance, we've got you covered. Call 397-2100 or visit jsjohnson.com.
JS Johnson Insurance, peace of mind.
We seem to remember our athletes when they make us proud at the finish line. Throw a Junkanoo parade when they return home, toss them a few dollars, and then forget about them until the next Members of the prestigious Fourth Estate should never sell themselves to any politician. Instead, keep their hands and noses clean in order to publish or broadcast the unadulterated truth. Well, that's how I see it anyway.
Read as I see it, exclusively at ZNSBahamas.com. New articles premiere on Mondays at 9 a.m.
Time now for weather.
In our final look at weather, that area of high pressure, which has been producing some brisk winds over the past several days, well, that will slowly start to weaken as we head into the middle of the week. Starting Wednesday, those winds will start to fall off. Forecast for tonight, we're looking at partly cloudy skies, still breezy with a brief shower or two developing, with your low temperature getting down to about 73 degrees. And then tomorrow, partly sunny and breezy again, the high temperature at 81 degrees. Your extended weather forecast, the skies will be partly cloudy to mostly sunny for the next 7 days. So we'll have lots of sunshine in our forecast. Save for as we head into Sunday over the weekend, we could get 1 or 2 showers again developing in our forecast. Those temperatures gradually climbing now, getting close to the mid-80s as we head into the early part of next week. Nighttime temperatures once again remaining in the low 70s, but the breezy conditions will keep things nice and comfortable at least through tomorrow. Makishna.
Well, thanks, Basil. A night to remember for the contestants of the Miss Teen Universe Bahamas pageant at the Atlantis Paradise Island Resort on Sunday. Devontae Hannah has this recap.
Andros Rishi Lines, Miss Teen Universe Bahamas 2024, Cameronique Evans.
In his knapsack-in life change for 17-year-old Miss Teen Eleuthera Cameronique Evans after being crowned the first ever Miss Teen Universe Bahamas last night.
I am very excited, and I believe that I have actually set a record for my school. I am very proud of myself, and I know that those around me are really proud of me also.
The student at T.R. Walker has etched her name in history, captivating audiences with a powerful message of love after watching her mother being shot to death as a toddler.
Miss Teen Eleuthera and founder of I Love me. And I declare that genuine love begins with oneself. It's about time that we start affirming ourselves. I love me.
She was crowned alongside Miss Teen Andros Raishi Lines as Miss Teen Charm Bahamas and second runner-up Miss Teen Exuma and Rugged Island, Ricky Curling, who now stands as the final Miss Teen Bahamas International. After 16 weeks of preparation, the three beat out 6 other contestants in a fierce competition that they say they had to put their best foot forward to claim the top spot.
And I believe that God was intentional in putting me in top 5. He put me here with a purpose, and I will fulfill that purpose. Whoever's supposed to win will win. God has what he's planned, and whoever walks away is well-deserving.
But when the dust was settled, it was the young knight that wooed the judges with her beauty, charm, confidence, and intelligence. And the journey to the crown, she says, has been filled with many life lessons.
This has taught me how important balancing is. Being a senior in high school is really hard, but having a full-time job, which I call pageantry, it makes it even harder.
Each member of the royal court will head to international competition this year to represent the country. Evans, though, will travel all the way to South Africa to mark the minor of her bearing for the Bahamas in Miss Teen Universe. For the Bahamas Tonight, I'm Devon.
Well, congratulations to the new Queen. And that does it for the Bahamas Tonight. Thank you for continuing to make ZNS your first choice for news and information. Only the sun covers the Bahamas better than ZNS. Good night.
Coming up by bus, jeep and boat, you will enjoy a front row seat to breathtaking Trinidad and Tobago attractions. Antigua's biggest resort definitely delivers the goods. Cricket, crop over, a busy summer of top events in Barbados is on the horizon. From panorama to parade of